Hello, ma'am. This is Nika, your host for today. So, a warm greetings from Swadesh. So, we are extremely happy having you on board. So, how are you feeling today, ma'am?
Thank you so much, and I'm feeling really, really nice. It's such a beautiful platform, like what we feel about the Indian attires and everything. And also, I had a word with the founder as well. He's really nice.
So, to kick off the session, so do you like dressing up in Indian wear?
I love it. Also, I find it pretty comfortable. I mean, I'm more comfortable in loose clothes, so I find it very comfortable and nice.
Yeah, what are the occasions do you feel like dressing in Indian?
So mostly like whenever I'm visiting maybe function or office, even at household, though honestly t-shirts and pajamas are very comfortable. They have their own thing. But again, Indian attires makes you look more presentable also at the same point of time. So you don't have to get dressed up again and again, even if somebody pops in again, like abruptly.
Yeah, like, and do you also think this festival and weddings are actually playing a very vital role in maintaining the Indian ethnic tradition, like when it comes to Indian wear?
They surely do. We Indians have rich cultural backgrounds, and then Indian weddings plays a huge role because it's not just an event of a day. It's like a festival sort of thing that we celebrate. So it for sure plays a very huge role, and these occasions actually call for special outfits. And then coming to the cultural traditional outfits of India, they look beautiful and mesmerizing on anybody who wears it. And I feel really happy to see that even these days foreigners are also trying the same for their weddings as well. So it looks
Yeah.
really great.
So, how do you feel when you wear Indian? Do you feel something special or how do you feel?
So I feel like there are two different things. One is how is your attire looking, right? What are the basic detailing, or maybe sometimes it's just the small cuts or the sleeves or the pants that have special cuts that makes it more unique. So like rather than wearing anything, I try to wear something that brings some sort of statement also out of it. So yeah, I believe I feel great actually. But then again, I try to select pieces that makes me look more put together as well at the same point of time.
And also, like when you're wearing Indian, what do you think is these all the things are must-haves? You should put this on when you're wearing Indian style of clothing. What do you think those are?
Number one is I try to like find products that are more sustainable and eco-friendly. Number one, so that have a good durability. Number two is they should be comfortable. I don't like wearing clothes that are not comfortable to me. And number three is they should look balanced and put together.
Yeah, also when we are wearing Indian wear, like it's very important to have this accessories and all those. So what are your picks when it comes to the add-on? Like what do you add on to your dress?
So generally, like I'm not a sort of more accessory sort of person. I try to keep it very simple. So just a watch and maybe my rings, and then earrings is something that I would like to go with. I like to change my earrings quite often, and a little bit of bindi and a basic light touch up. Nothing much.
Yeah. Like you also mentioned about the sustainability, and these days sustainability is taking a very big leap. So, do you think in Indian wear this it already existed, or we are just bringing it back again, or how do you think? What is your take on that?
So I feel it is very important these days to talk about sustainability because it is an hour of the need of an hour actually, and we really have to emphasize on products that are having high durability. Also, honestly, at my point of view, we have done a lot of innovations already, and this is the time to actually put a full stop on that. We have plenty of products out there that we can consume actually at this point of time, though. At least in Indian where we always had the durability and the sustainability at the same point. People were wearing cotton back in 80s or 90s, early 90s. And then now I feel really nice to see that a lot of new startups and even the designers, the fashion elite fashion designers, they're also bringing the clothes and materials that are more durable. So I think that was back then, it was really easily available, but then now we have to make it a trend to actually bring it back on the track. So it's just a little of twist we need to have.
Or like in when we talk about the innovation in Indian wear, what do you think is that one dress or one suit that is out of the world? Like it is this. What is that one that you think?
Um, if we talk about innovations, like these days there are a lot of fusion that is happening. So we have ready to wear sarees, and we have a lot of comfortable, suits also, with a lot of intricate designing, and then cuts, and then the use of fabric or dyes. So I believe it depends on the creator as well, who is creating the outfit, because I have seen a very normal looking unstitched cloth comes out as a fashionable outfit. So it all basically is depending on the creator who's creating the outfit from that scratch, and you can bring wonders out of anything, I believe, these days.
Yeah, and also these days, like Indian wears are taking on a global like fashion walks and all those things. Why do you think that is? Like, is that because of the uniqueness that we have in Indian wear, or the embroidery that is elevating the dress, or what do you think that is picking up these days?
I think number one is we Indians have a very strong cultural background and strong ethical and moral values. And when it comes to representing Indian outfits on international or national events, it becomes really, really important to be very cautious of what we are showing, because that actually becomes a trend, and then people pick up those things. So I recently have seen this sari event. I think it was of Manish Malhotra or Sabyasachi, that happened in Varanasi. I'm not pretty sure the name of the designer, but that happened, and that was really nice. And I believe this is something that is catching the attention of people, that how Indian wears are more durable and they look really nice.
And also like these embroideries and all those things in Indian wear that is actually making it like look higher, a high value thing. So, do you prefer embroidery or do you go for like designer sarees?
Can you please repeat the question?
Like, do you prefer embroidery or do you prefer stonework or all those like designer thing in your attire?
I am personally more fond of cotton and Banarasi stuff. So any saris that I have, mostly I have Banarasi saris, and I feel they have this beauty of like you can wear it at any age, at any time, and then they just don't fade away with the fashion. So I'm very fond of Banarsis actually, but if it talks about embroidery and stone, I think I like to go with embroidery.
Yeah. Like, what are the popular color palettes that you have in your wardrobe? Like let's say these days in my sister's wedding, all those people they had like red and green combinations. So same way in your wardrobe, what is your popular color palette that you always go on with?
So red and green has become a trend these days. So even
Yeah.
if, like during my wedding, I have worn that maroonish lehenga with the green jewelry. So it has become the trend. But yes, generally the colors that I have is red, yellow, blue, maybe like pinkish and light blue. But I feel that I need to go for more colors, because anytime I pick and choose anything, I come up with these colors only. So I need to enhance the color palette, and would love to bring some light shaded colors into that.
So when we go for the shop, we always stick on to the colors that we always
Exactly.
like. That we will be like whenever we go to the shop, we always stick on to the color that we already have. Even though we have like we used to stick on to the color that we have. Like, do you prefer going on with the varieties of colors, or do you prefer only with the Indian color like BSB and all those foreign colors are coming into the fashion? So do you prefer going with that, or do you prefer sticking on to the Indian colors when it comes to Indian wear?
So I actually try to choose variety and diversity with whatever that I have, and which is why like I try to make a conscious decision of what I have to buy. Like as I have already mentioned that I have a lot of red, blue, green, and black in my wardrobe. So anytime I go for shopping, I try to like pick pieces that of the colors that I don't have, and if that includes any of the color palette, I'm okay with it. Until and unless it's really nice and comfortable and durable in the long term, I choose it.
So, as like these days, corporates are getting very vast in India. So, when it comes to corporate wear or office wear, like for an Indian attire, so what do you prefer or what is your choice?
I think for me, suits and saris are go-to outfits that I would love to go with. But also, I feel there is like it is very important for all of the people to actually, realize the importance of the Indian wear, because when I was doing my job, I remember a lot of people were moving on to that American culture. They were wearing either one pieces or jeans or shirt or pant. And trust me, when I started my job, I had these six pair of kurtis and pant, and I used to wear them only. But then I started feeling like I'm looking like a old aged woman, and then I switched. I literally bought some pair of shirts and pants, and then I was not really comfortable wearing it, because again you can't wear a loose shirt and loose pant at the same point of time. It doesn't look good, right? So then I switched back to my Indian wear. So I believe we as Indians have to showcase pride in what we are wearing. So that way we probably will be able to bring our culture also back at the same point of time.
Yeah, it is very true. Like we are getting influenced by others' decision also. What others are wearing, we are trying to adapt it as well. Like this is very
And in
common.
fact, in others, we are focusing more on the US side, I believe, like how they used to go to office, what they are wearing. So even in men and women, we both are like trying to follow that culture only. You'll not see a man wearing a dhoti kurta or a kurta pajama in an office like anywhere, and they'll be coming into that pant, shirt, and coat and everything. And basically, on days when they have like the HR announces it's a festive day, you have to come in the in Indian attires. Then only you'll find men in the dhoti kurta or pajamas. So yeah, we really need to focus on bringing more Indian wear into our routines as well, I believe.
So when it comes to office wear, do you have any suggestion on color that we should choose when it comes to wearing an Indian attire to the office, or how is it? Do we have to be in a light color, or do we have any choice on that?
I think actually the point is it depends person to person also. Like what do you like to wear? Some people like to wear light colors and some people like to wear dark colors. So number one is it depends on the person's choice. Number two is I believe any color that you're wearing, it should look simple and sober at the same point of time. There should not nothing that seems little chamkila or something that could uh, grabs a lot of attention of somebody's eyes, because that doesn't look really nice. At least this is what I feel. So any
Okay.
color palette basically that you choose, but it should be nice and sober when it comes to office.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like we have saris and we have salwars that is painted in Ramayana and Mahabharata stories. So what do you think that is used as a tool to emphasize our culture and our history, or what do you think that is?
In my personal opinion, we have a lot of temples in India. Like on every 5 kilometers or 4 kilometers, you'll find a temple out there, right? So we were on Ramayana and Mahabharata topic. So I believe we in India have a lot of temples. Like on every 4 or 5 kilometers, you'll find a temple out there, and then they also teaches us a lot of things about our culture, and then we have a lot of scriptures, and then we have a lot of series and mythological serials out there. I don't know. I just don't find it really nice to have God's name or pictures on clothes that we are wearing. Because again, at the same point of time, I believe anytime you're wearing something that symbolizes your religion, you have to be 200% sure of what you're doing at that point of time. Like you're using washroom, and then you are probably eating something, some like maybe even if it's onion or anything. So anything that doesn't go with your religion, one should not do that. At least this is what I feel. So I don't appreciate all those t-shirts and suits where we have names of any of our gods or pictures.
Yeah, okay, I totally get it, ma'am. And also, like, when it comes to a wardrobe, these are the must-haves of when it comes to Indian dressing. These are the must-haves. You should have this in your wardrobe when someone's try to dress in Indian wear. Like, do you have any suggestions on that? The list of things that should we have that we should have in our wardrobe as Indian or Indian wear?
Few things like I would like to mention is number one, you can always go with saris. Like they always create statement out there. Uh, then we can have like basic plain suits, because again then you can reshift it with any of the other outfit also. And then some other suits, or maybe like आजकल तो court suit भी बहुत चल रहे हैं, court sets. Probably you can go with the Indian court sets something, or we can go with maybe a kurti or skirt that also looks good and different. So yeah, like suits, saris, and then court sets. This is I would like to go with.
And also, like when we talk about the Indian material of the clothes that we are getting mad, like we have so many cotton, silk, and silk cotton. When we come to the when it comes to the material, most of the things are like we attain it from living things. Like when we talk about the silk, we are getting it from silkworm. When we talk about the cotton, we are getting it from the cotton plant. So most of the things when we talk about the silk, especially most of the things are getting controversial. Like you're killing the animal and you're getting silk. So do you think it's fair or not? So what is your take on that? Look, do you think that that is fine and we should keep saving our culture, or it is common in worldwide and it is not particularly for Indian?
I think number one, it is common because then people are using leather bags and boots and the fur jackets and everything, if not saris. Number two is I think now there are a lot of startups who are focusing on creating substituted items. Like I've seen this startup where they are making handbags out of cactus, and then you don't need to kill animals, right? So that is a huge initiative. But then we probably at the same point of time have to start raising awareness also about these startups and these products that are already existing in the market, so that people don't go for the one that are already existing and killing animals or anybody in general. At the same point of time, I believe it is also very important to have affordability in mind. See,
Hmm.
again, uh, not everybody can afford a 10,000 rupees sari, right? But then
Yeah.
probably they can afford 1,000 or 2,000 rupees sari. But then if we are making products that are probably sustainable also at the same point of time, and then they are pricing basically, so probably will not people, a lot of people will not buy it. Only the one who are having the excess of a good amount of money, they'll buy it. So definitely not killing any animal is not good, and one should definitely not practice it, and one should also not purchase the products that are coming out of those things. But at the same point of time, in order to stop it, we have to create something that is more nicer and comes as a substitute of the products that we are already wearing, and then also comes at a very affordable pricing, because then only people will buy it.
Yeah. And also, when we talk about the soul organization, like, do you take any initiative in donating clothes or donating any uh, piece of clothes that is available in our home, or how is it done in SOCH?
So at SOCH, we do drives every month. Every month we do some sort of social drives. And then when it comes to donating something from our own households, clothes is something that comes at a very, very first idea. So every winters specifically, we host these drives of donating winter clothes. And then we collect from like a lot of families out there. Now we have a connection of around 50, 100 families. So they donate their own clothes. Also at the same point of time, like very recently we are about to do this drive in one of the old age home, and I was just putting the status normally because we have to raise funds for it. But then I got this message from one of my friend saying that I have these clothes of my mother, and if you'd like, I can courier it to you, and then you can take it back to the old age home. So yes, anytime we donate something, we try to find out one thing from our places also, if we can do. And for clothes, of course, we do.
Yes. So thank you so much for your presence and having like telling all these, spending your time with us. So we are extremely happy having you. So do you have any last words for Swadesh or for me?
Thank you, Sneka. First of all, it's about you. You're very sweet. I felt really comfortable having this conversation with you. It doesn't feel like we were doing any question answer or kaun banega crorepati round. It was a normal conversation, I felt. So you're really fantastic. And about Swades, I feel okay. So there is this movie also named Swades of Shah Rukh Khan, and it's one of my favorite movie. And I believe, as an Indian, I would be very, very proud to endorse the products of Swades. At the same point of time, I'm really, really happy that somebody out there is coming and starting this platform where they're promoting Indian ethnic wear, and then at the same point of time also acknowledging sustainability and eco-friendly products at the same point of time. So it's not just a startup, I believe. It's basically a revolution that is happening, and not just for the sake of making profit, but also for the sake of saving planet at the same point of time. So that is a really, really thoughtful idea, and I support Swadesh with all of my heart and soul. And I would love to spread a word about the same.
Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. Thank you so much.